Yo, my bad. I kept you guys waiting. I'm sorry. I'm just an average guy here. I don't know what I'm actually doing. Okay, good. Yo, I couldn't find the chat. So anyway, but we found the chat. It's all good. Life's good. We're chilling. Can you guys hear me okay? I better check that cuz last time you couldn't hear me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, we have a poll going on right now. It's between Brad Sims, Lord Brad. Oh, I was so disappointed in you guys because Brad Sims was like way losing, but now it's doing a little better. Brad Sims, Chris Kyle, Garrett Reynolds. Who is the best? Who's the best rider? Which one? Yeah, we got the mic on first try, Beckham. I changed it where we're up close to the camera instead of back there. And I've been fumbling to get everything set up. I had to run real quick and get a bang. I had to shower. I had to put on the new BMX T. What do you guys think about this design? Out of those designs I posted, which one's your favorite? Is this one your favorite? That other one? Which one's the favorite? Like, let me know. I'm real curious. And I need to make this. Give me like 5 seconds. Five seconds. Hey, did any of you guys land your tricks? You guys remember we all had trick goals that we had to land? Did you guys land it or no? Is that brighter? If you look at my search history on here, it's like I googled Chris Kyle, I googled Garrett Reynolds, and I googled Brad Sims because I had no idea how to spell them. I didn't know that Chris Kyle had two S's. I didn't know that Brad Sims had two M's, and Garrett has two T's. I had no idea. How crazy, huh? Oh, Garrett is winning. Garrett's winning right now. Beakzot, what's up, Jake? Jake, bro, I saw your post on BMX Sickness about your shoulder. Is it your shoulder, right? Man, that sucks, dude. Heal up fast. Take the time off. Do what the doctor says. Chill a little bit, and you'll come back better than ever. You just need to, you know, heal up so that you can come back to it. I'm trying to find the screen with the chat so that I can like. Hey, what the hell? Oh, here it is. Guys, I'm literally losing it. Hold on. I got to get this set up a little bit. Anyway, you guys know how this works, right? Throw in your questions. I'm drinking the bang. You got to ask your questions. I will answer your questions. I always do it in order of the chat, So if you've got a question, you better put it in ASAP because I may not get to it today. I've got Nick and I are doing a live stream for bike school at 1 my time. Is that right? I think it's 1 my time. And then I'm leaving. Kevin and I are going to go to Albuquerque. We're going to ride some BMX this weekend. I guess they're doing a little jam in Albuquerque. So we're going to go hang out. We're going to go ride bikes. If any of you guys are in Albuquerque, come ride with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. I don't actually know. But anyway, I made oatmeal. And last time Super Noob yelled at me for eating oatmeal on the stream. So it's sitting in the kitchen. I will eat it after. But for now, I'm eating this granola bar. What's the secret to eating the Ghetto Nature Valley granola bars, without getting it everywhere? That's my question. Yo, Jared, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay. I'm going to record it this time. And okay. Wait. You guys want to see something crazy? Here, I'll show you in like 5 seconds. Hold on. Tell me if it stops focusing on me. It likes to focus on the mic, and I could change it. But anyway, look at this blister. Can you guys see that? Bro, it's my friend, you know? It's like, hey, buddy. If we get to 100 likes on the stream, I'll pop it on the stream. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go through. I'm going to answer your questions. So make sure you throw your questions in here. Bro. I lied. Hold on. I'm going to change the focus. You guys are like, why isn't this guy ever ready when the stream starts? Yes, that is a good question. I don't know the answer to it, but it is a good question. I don't know. It looks too purple also. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, okay, cool. The focus is going to work now. I'm going to answer questions. I said that 3 times already, but let's go. Let's go. So we got user 9000 in here first. What's up, man? David Dennis is over doing thinking physical training. Physical training. I missed something. I don't know what's going on. We got Jared in here. We got Beckham. We got Ray. David Dennis again. Antonio, Jacob, Masao. Bro, how's your back doing? How's your back? And right, you broke your back last week or 2 weeks ago. How's it doing? Is it doing better? We got Chief. What's up, Chief? How's it going over in Australia? And I can't think of a name. And Lucas and Christopher. Okay. I'm not going to shout out everyone. These guys are first. You guys, thanks for being first. I really appreciate it. Coming and hanging out, chilling for 4 extra minutes while I was tinkering, getting this all set up. But the first question, well, 2 questions. Beckham ordered new cranks yesterday. Beckham, which cranks did you order? I'm sure you commented it already, so I guess I'll get to it. But if you didn't, which cranks did you order? And I can't think of a name. Says, what's the deal with your shadow cranks or with your shadow forks? And basically all that happened, like, it's really not a big deal. Is that the top cap that compresses your stem with your forks, right? That top cap there, it slipped out. So I did a feeble to whip. I landed kind of hard on the whip, and I guess my weight shifted back, which pulled my bars, and then my headset was loose. And I was like, well, that sucks. Like, that's really random, you know, and I didn't really think too much about it. So I went to tighten up my headset, and I tightened that top cap, and it just kept spinning freely. And so I was like, what the hell? I pulled the top cap off, and all the threads at the bottom were stripped out. Like, it stripped out 3 or 4 threads. It just completely ripped that cap out of there. And so that was really annoying because that's something I've never had an issue with. Never had an issue with that on any set of forks. And anyway, I sent them a message on Instagram. I said, hey, this is what happened. They said, go here, fill out a warranty claim. So I went there, I filled out a warranty claim. And then a few days later, this guy, William, called me. We talked about it. He asked me some questions. He said, send me some pictures, I did it. And he said, okay, cool. I'm going to send you a new cap because that's really weird. I've like never heard of that happening. And I was like, cool, thank you. And he still hasn't sent the cap. It's been like, I don't know, 2 weeks. So I'm a little, at first I was fine. I was like, hey, cool. I appreciate like the quick response, working with me quickly to get this figured out. And in the meantime, after I talked to William, I ordered R25 forks and said the hell with the shadow forks. And the R25 forks came from Dan's Comp before I even got the top cap. I still haven't gotten the top cap. I don't know if I'll ever get the top cap. I sent him an email and I was like, hey man, just like following up because I was out of town for a week. Did you ship this out? If not, when will you? Like, when can I expect it? Because I'm going to be gone again. And nothing, heard nothing. So I don't know. I think they're playing with my heart a little bit. Very frustrating. Lucas says, what is a good BMX for beginners? Um, hmm. Dude, it really depends on your height, your budget, your skill level, like all the things I ask on the recommendation. It really, really, really depends. So let's see. If I can. Oh, we're gonna end the poll. Okay, so Garrett Reynolds was the winner. Ending the poll. Garrett Reynolds. I do love Garrett Reynolds, let me tell you. But anyway, if you haven't filled out a free bike recommendation, just do that because it's going to make your life easier. I'll send you 3 bikes that are perfect for you based on all those things. Because like I could say the Kink Whip's the best value bike for beginners, right? But if you're a small guy, it's not going to be very good for you. I could say the Fit Park Extra Small is good for you, but if you're trying to do street riding, like it's not going to be very good for you. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and you just got to give me a little bit more information. So Lucas, I'm going to put this in the chat. I think this thing's trying to. Wow, how annoying. Anyway, Lucas, I'm going to post this in the chat. It's a free bike recommendation. Click the link, fill out that information, and I can look over that and send you bikes that I think are a good fit for you. Guys, everyone send healing vibes to Jake. Jake broke his shoulder blade. Dude, that is crazy. But I don't know. I feel like that kind of stuff happens quite a bit, pretty often at trails. People just get absolutely wrecked. Oh, I have an update for you guys. Oh, wait. User said he likes I think he's talking about the shirt designs. He likes the one with the burrito. And that's not good because there's no burrito. There's no burrito shirt design, user. The burrito is a peg. It's supposed to be a peg, a peg flipping off people, not a burrito. I got to go back to the drawing board and make it look more like a peg. Man, that's disappointing. I'm gonna turn this light up a little bit. Okay. Anyway, there's no burrito. Jake, heal up fast, man. That sucks, but you'll be good. This made me think about, guys. I think we got a win coming up. I think Woodward is gonna happen. I told you guys before, like you got to help me. You got to finesse me into Woodward for a week as a VIP so that I can go there and ride. If it does happen, it'll be like either week 7 or week 9, I think. Around there, that's the plan. But I'm still not 100%. But I'm like, at first I was 20%, and now I'm like maybe 55%, 52%. So that'll be really fun if we get to go out there, film some progression, weekly progression videos out there at camp. Dude, it's such a good time. But what made me think of that is if I go during 7, that's dirt week. So it's like heavy focus on trail riding, building trails and stuff like that. And trails scare me. Trails scare me for the exact reason that Jake got hurt. I don't ride brakes. It's very hard for me to control like that amount of speed. You need a lot of speed to clear jumps. And like, you come at something too fast, you try and carve, you're just going to wash out and go, whoa, and fly away. But yeah, heal up quick, Jake. Blicky learned Oppo pegs this week, and he says they feel easier than regular pegs. That's really interesting because I've been doing a few Oppo pegs a week, and they're not. Like, I hate the feeling. But Blicky, what foot forward are you? Are you do you grind on the same side as your forward foot, or do you grind on the no. Is your oppo grind the same side as your forward foot, or is your oppo grind towards your back foot? Because for me, it's towards my back foot. And so maybe if you're going towards your oppo foot, it's going to be, it makes that a little bit easier for you on an oppo grind. Oh, we posted a new bike school video too, guys. If you want to see me talk about foot jams, I just saw we got a comment on it, so I'm like, I'm gonna look real quick, make sure nobody's hating on us. Oh, that's an interesting. Okay, cool. But yeah, check out the bike school video. I'll send the link after this. I'll send it right now. You know what? I'll send it right now. Okay, I gotta get focused here and start actually answering questions because like I said, this one's gonna be a relatively quick live stream, and I'm going to need to bang out these questions. So, okay, anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to go find some questions. We're going to answer the questions. All right. All right. Oh, Jay Dutch, what's up, man? Um, Ulu Maine. Uli Maine says, "Do you think the kink whip is good for me if I'm 5'3"? Um, Not necessarily. I'd almost say you're going to want to be, the recommendation, the general sizing recommendation for the kink whip 20.5 version is if you are between 5'6" and between 5'9". Okay. Now, if you have, this is something I put in the newer reviews. If you have experience riding bigger bikes, so let's say you ride mountain bikes or you ride dirt bikes, you're just used to a bigger bike in general, I'd say you could ride the kink whip if you're between 5'3" and 5'6". Anywhere in between there, the kink whip, the 20.5-inch top tube is going to be big for you, but if you're used to riding big bikes, that's going to be okay. If you have virtually no experience riding a bike, especially riding BMX, I genuinely think the 20.5 top tube on there is going to be too big for you, and it's not going to be too big to ride. Like that's the thing. You can ride it just fine. You can get on it, you can ride it, that's cool. But the thing is, you're going to have issues controlling it and maneuvering it. If you watch me, for example, ride my bike, like there's a lot of power, I guess, that you have to put into that bike. You have to put in a lot of power to 180. You have to really compress. You have to really uncompress. You have to turn your head. You got to snap your shoulders. And all that effort spins the bike around and makes a trick happen. If my bike is too big for me, I'm going to need way more strength to maneuver it. I'm going to need way more strength to control it. I'm going to need way more strength to ride it and to do tricks on it. So yes, it's possible, but when people get a bike that's outside of their height range, that's too big for them, they're setting themselves up for failure in a sense, because progressing on that bike is going to be a lot harder. And so that's why I say if you have experience with a big bike, you're used to that. You probably have a little bit more muscle around controlling a bike, so you're going to be fine. If you don't have that experience, it's going to be too big and progression is going to be pretty hard. And so that's really the biggest thing. Uli Main, if you have that big bike background, I think you'll be fine. If not, you should stick with the 20.25. The We the People CRS is a decent one. It's not going to be the same quality as the whip, but in a 20.25-inch top tube, you're not going to get a really high quality bike, especially because you probably don't weigh very much. I don't know how much you weigh, but it's probably under 150 pounds, maybe under 130 pounds. But yeah, the CRS is probably better for you if you don't have a big bike background, experience riding big bikes. Hey, this is a good. What's up, Mitch? How you doing, man? Hope everything's good. Um, Mitch, we're adding. So when we do member reviews and stuff now, we're adding it into the course. So make sure you refer back to the course in there. And at the bottom, we have a new section with like case studies and things like that. So check that out in there. But dude, I hope you're doing well. That's a good point. I do kind of have some in my teeth, but like if you look at my desk, I got crumbs. Look at all these. Can you see these? Oh, you can't really see it. Anyway, Just that channel says, hey, I got to go soon, but I just wanted to thank all of you for your tips last time on manuals because it sort of clicked for me now and I got a lot better very quickly. Bro, good job. Good job to all of you guys I love when someone asks a question and like you guys chime in and help answer that question, because a lot of the times you guys have just as much knowledge as me at certain things. And like, it's great, share that knowledge. And just like just that channel said, you guys helped him with manuals. So good job. That's dope. Antonio, yes, my local is Las Cruces. Christopher Hill's dad is a big fan. Oh, dude, thanks. What's up, Dad? I'm here. If but you're late. 24 North. What's up, man? Thanks for coming by. Hope that Kink Whip is treating you well on the trail rides. Okay, Ray says, question: how do you find people to ride with in the different cities? So if you're out traveling and you're going to like different parks, like for example, we're going to go to Albuquerque, and what normally happens, I guess, is you show up to the park and you ride, and then you see other people who are riding and you're like, hey, what's up? And you become friends, and it's really then before you leave, you're like, what's your Instagram? You guys link up on Instagram so that next time you're in town, you can hit up that person and you have somebody to ride with in that town. That's usually the best way, is just show up, go ride, make a friend, and build that friendship every time that you're there. Because what usually happens is the next time you go, you message them, you're like, hey, I'm going to be in Albuquerque, and they get a group of homies together and you all go ride. And so now it's a little more planned, and they bring more friends, and so then you have more people to connect with. But really, the first thing, you just got to show up, ride, and interact with the people there. Now, some people suck, some people will be really weird, but for the most part, anyone on a bike that like rides and is pretty serious about it, they're going to be really cool with you no matter what. So yeah, just show up, ride bikes, and say, hey, what's up? You want to keep riding bikes? You want to be friends? Chief says, hey, Doug, question. I'm 5'10", wondering what options you'd suggest other than the Trust. It needs to be a cassette and similar quality bike. Chief, right now, the Kink Switch isn't the same quality as the Trust, but it's an incredibly good deal. And the 20.75-inch top tube is going to be good for you. But Chief, send me an email, and that way I can refer to the information you already put in for like the recommendation, and look at, just send me an email again, and I can send you some different recommendations. Samuel says, congrats on 15K. Yeah, that happened. Did that happen last week? I can't remember when it was, but I remember I don't think I did a live stream when it happened or around that time. Yeah, it's super sick. Samuel's been a part of this since what? Samuel, how many subs was that when you started watching? Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you. Tack got the Kink Whip. So Tack has a new BMX bike. He's officially a BMX rider. He got some pegs. Awesome, bro. You'll have to keep me updated. Let me know. Tack, what tricks are you trying to learn? What's the first trick you're going to learn? Chief says, question: how often do you ride weekly on average? This is I like this question for all of you guys. So throw it in the chat. How many times a week do you guys ride? Like, what are you at? You at 1 time a week, 2 time a week, 3 time, 4 time? For me, It's been really good because the last few weeks I've been able to ride pretty much every day. Probably not Sunday, probably not Sunday, and sometimes not Friday, but for the most part Friday. It's dude, I don't know. I've been super fortunate. Um, I my initial schedule was gym on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So do chest and triceps on Monday, back and biceps on Wednesday, and legs on Friday. And then in between there, I'd fill in riding days. So Tuesday I'd ride, Thursday I'd ride, and then Saturday, Sunday I'd ride. I go up to El Paso pretty much every single Saturday and ride with all the homies over there. And now what I've done the last couple weeks is work out and then ride, or ride and then leave at 10 and go work out real quick before the gym closes. And it's been sore. Like these last few weeks have been incredibly sore, but it feels good. Like I'm not at the point where I can't move and I'm still able to get a productive session out of it. And so I guess for you guys, I'm going to scroll down because I'm really curious how often you guys ride. But what happens early on is we're going to ride, like, let's say you get your bike. Let's say Tack, for example, just got his bike and he goes and rides every single day. After about day 3, you're going to have like this crazy pain in your forearms, this weird pain right here down your arm, like your bicep, but down to here, and your shoulders and your back. And like, it's just these weird muscles that don't get exercised very often are going to get super sore. And so like by day 3, you're like, oh man, this sucks. I'm going to take a break. And if you keep that up, the next week you'll make it to day 4. The next week you'll make it to day 5, and like it'll build up on it. And eventually you'll be able to ride every single day without feeling like death the next day. So, but you just got to stick with it. It usually takes about 2 weeks, I think, to kind of overcome soreness like that. But yeah. That's right now every single day, Chief, except Sunday. Samuel says, "What do you think of Fiend? They seem really cool and have amazing riders. Oh, some amazing new riders. I think Fiend is a really cool brand. I think that out of all the people in BMX, like Garrett's one of the best ones to go off and start their own brand. Garrett's built a huge legacy, tons of X Games gold medals. It just crazy style, a crazy level of riding. And anyway, and so like that's dope. Out of all the brands, Garrett should be the one to do it for sure. Now, for the most part, just from what I observe, especially on their complete bikes, everything's pretty much the same as Kink and Mission. The Fiend bikes use Mission parts on there as the secondary parts, just like the Kink bikes. And so with Garrett being with Cinema and stuff, I don't know. It's like a weird connection, but I'd say Fiend and Kink are going to be very similar. I would even bet that they're both manufactured by the same person in Taiwan. Even the aftermarket parts, I'd say they're both manufactured. They're just white labeled to be Fiend. This is a conspiracy theory, but that's what I'm going to say. Part wise, I'm pretty sure they're pretty much the same as. I'm sure that they're pretty much the same as Kink. Brand wise, it's solid. I don't think that Garrett's done as good a job at marketing it as like Robbie has with Colt. I think Fiend could be a lot bigger, but I don't know. I don't know why that is. I guess isn't that interesting? You'd think Fiend would be a lot bigger, or maybe I'm crazy. Do you guys think I'm crazy? Because it's Garrett Reynolds. Garrett Reynolds. Everyone knows who Garrett is. Everyone loves Garrett. But when you think about, like, if you ask somebody at the park, you're like, "Yo, what frame is that?" They probably aren't going to say the Fiend. I don't know, the Fiend Reynolds frame. Like, it's just not that popular. And why is that? They're not too good on the marketing side. I don't know, but it's a good question. I think they're good. They're solid, and fun to watch. Some of those riders are absolutely crazy. Chief, how do you not know that Australia has Taco Bell? Moises says, question, is it necessary to have a sprocket with a guard if I'm starting to use pegs? No, absolutely not. It's a good preference, but in my opinion, well, I've never run a sprocket with a guard. Never. I've always just run pegs. Now, early on, I switched my bike from right-hand drive over to left-hand drive so that I could grind on the right side and not mess up my pegs or not mess up my sprocket, not mess up my chain. So early on, move my sprocket over to the opposite side that I was grinding on. If you're grinding on the same side as your sprocket and you're just starting out, it might be a good idea to have a bash guard because that'll kind of protect your chain and protect your sprocket. But again, it's not that necessary. You're going to be able to you're going to be fine without the bash guard until you start doing some different things. Like if you start doing a lot of crooked grinds, if you start doing a lot of sprocket stalls, which is obviously you're going to want a bash guard. But no, it's not 100% necessary. In the scoring system, bikes that come with a bash guard get a little bit higher of a score in street just because that's a nice bonus, but it's definitely not necessary. Like it's not going to be the end of the world if your bike doesn't have a bash guard and you're grinding. That's going to be fine. So here's another chief question, or it's not a question, but he says, if you do longer videos, pretty please. It's not really a question at all, but I'm going to do another poll because this was the Denver progression sessions, for example. I split them into more days, more weeks than they should have, just because um, when I edited it together, it came to like 10, 15 minutes. And I was like, no, I'm going to break it down to three 5-minute videos. I'd rather do that than have one 15-minute video just because I don't know. I feel like they're a lot easier to watch if they're into short, quick videos. I don't make as much money on monetization as I would if they were over 8 minutes. Then I could place that middle ad, but I don't really care that much. Like I like that you guys enjoy them, and that's all I'm worried about. But how long should progression videos be? Hold on, videos. Okay, B. You guys know which videos I'm talking about, right? 3 and under, um, 3 to 6 minutes. All right, I'm gonna need your guys' vote, but hold on. 3 and 6, 6 to 10, and over 10. Okay. Let me know how long you think they should be. Sean, what's up? Thanks for the $5, man. You're the best. I really appreciate it. You guys don't know. Like Dougster Bob's a struggle right now just because I decided that I quit my job a while ago. I told you guys this, and so now I'm like a full-time YouTuber, and I'm like, I don't know if I can afford to be a full-time YouTuber. So Sean, that really helps. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Now here's an interesting idea, a little off topic. Oh, and I want to talk about David's comment here, but a little off topic, kind of on topic. Anyway, the progression videos. I met a guy at the skate park yesterday who's like, I love to film. And I'm like, that's crazy. I love to have somebody to film, and so he filmed a good portion of the session for Colin, and he was just hyped on it. He's like, I don't know how to edit. I don't ride bikes, but I love to film. And he was actually the security guard. Anyway, kid was super dope, but he just loved to film. And I was like, look, that's something I know I need to level up the channel. Eventually, I don't know. I think it's still too early right now. I think I need to focus on the bike reviews and that kind of thing just to kind of grow the subscriber base. But eventually, I will want to have someone who just dedicated filming and editing to like follow me around and do some serious vlog type videos. Like start making videos more like Panza, more like Billy Perry, and that kind of thing. And ultimately, that's been the goal, right? That's been the goal. But no, where I'm at right now, I need to be bigger, I think, to do that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But what do you guys think if I got somebody to actually film these sessions and like the progression sessions pivoted to being more like a vlog? Would that be better? Or would that be worse? Because the way the progression sessions are built right now, it's a very unique format. You know, it's not actually a blog, it's a very unique format. And if I had someone follow me around and it was more of a vlog, would that make it better or would that make it worse? What do you guys think? I'm really curious because that's something I've been thinking about doing, but I haven't actually, actually done it. But anyway, okay, this thing, David, I missed this comment. I can't put it on the screen. I'm going to take Chief's comment off real quick. But David says, I finally installed my profile spline drive sprocket. This thing is amazing. David, welcome. This is a new life for you. You're a changed man. The spline drive way is, like, in my opinion, the best way to go. You don't have to worry about that bolt. You just slide it onto the splines, you put everything together, and it's good. There's no wiggle, there's no top, or what do you call it? The top hat space or whatever. There's none of that. It's just perfect. Perfect. Everyone, if you don't ride a spline drive, I highly, highly suggest it. David, welcome to the spline drive lifestyle. Yo, what's up, Lucas? Yeah, so Blicky, that makes sense. If you're right foot forward, your oppo grinds would be on the right side, and towards your forward foot. So the way you're technically supposed to grind is towards your front foot. So if you're right foot forward, generally you spin to the left, you grind on the right. And that's why if you do a feeble hard 180, it's your normal spin. A feeble hard 180 is your normal spin, but it's hard because it's going against the ledge. Where a feeble easy 180 is your opposite spin, but it's easy because it's coming off the ledge. And so that's the general way that grinds work, right? Right foot forward, you grind on the right. Left foot forward, you grind on the left. So if you learned your right foot forward, you learned grinds on the left. Grinding on the right is going to be a lot easier. Yeah, for sure. Like, that makes total sense. It's like someone who say learns 360s opposite, so they spin towards their forward foot instead of their back foot. They're going to struggle with that trick for a while, but once they land it, when they go to learn opposites, which is technically the right way, they're going to have an easy time doing it. Lucky, I don't think I know Sean McKinney. I really don't think so. I might, but I don't know. If I did, I don't remember him. Or if I do, I don't remember him. No, Jared, I will not hit the mega ramp. They actually, so I'd be going to west and not east, and they took down the mega ramp. They had a full size mega ramp, but I'm not actually. No, I wouldn't hit it even if it was there. I went to it when I was there in 2018. Terrible. It's like, you look at that thing, you're all, no way. Okay, Ray. So the way that it works is, hold on. Anyway, the way that it works is that you pay and you stay there for a week. So if you are if you're a younger rider, if you're under 18, you go and you stay at camp. So you're going to pay $1,500. You're going to stay at camp, and you've got to follow pretty much all the rules. Hold on one second. Okay. Anyway, if you're a younger rider, you pay the $1,500. You go to camp for a week. You show up. They put you in a cabin with an instructor, with a counselor, and then you're good. So You have lessons in the morning. So you start, you go eat breakfast, you come, you stretch, they break you up into groups based on your skill. You go with your instructor for that skill level, and then you ride and you go to different parks with your instructor and with your group, and work on things that you want to work on. So if you go to, say, inside the hangar, or you go to the resi and the airbag, you're going to work on tricks there, right? And your instructor is going to help you through that. And then at about lunchtime, so you have a 2-hour instruction, and then at lunchtime you go eat, and then you have the rest of the day to do whatever you want. If you want to ride, you can ride. If you don't want to ride, you don't have to ride. You can go do other things. But basically, yeah, there's instruction, 2 hours every day in the morning. You get put in groups based on your skill level. Now, if you're an adult, you can still be an adult camper. Usually what they do is they have a certain section of cabins up at the front for adult campers. So you're going to stay in the cabins with other adult campers, but it'll be the same thing. Just everything's more optional. So if you don't want to go to instruction, you want to sleep in, like, you can. The kids, they're not allowed to. Like, you got to get your ass up. You got to go to instruction. The adults, you can kind of do whatever you want, and just kind of chill, ride when you feel like it. But you get benefit from the instruction, I think. And yeah, it's very expensive, and I think there's a certain skill level to get the most benefit out of it. Like, I anytime I see kids there that are brand new to the sport, they're not going to reap all the benefits of it. Like, sure, they're going to learn some, but there's such a steep learning curve. Like, I'm trying to look for something to draw on, but it's like you go, and it's real slow, gradual progression for like a year. And then once you get that, it starts to pick up. And so if you go to camp after that first slow, gradual progression, you're going to really progress a lot from it, because you've already got the basics. You can jump, you can bunny hop, you can drop in, you can do all these things. So camp's going to be really beneficial. If you can't do any of those things yet, you'll probably learn them at camp, but you can learn it anywhere. Does that make any sense? Like, in my opinion, people to go to camp, like, you want to go to take advantage of the airbag, the resi, and the other skate parks, and like have that instruction. But you can, like I said, you can still go early on and progress. You'll just learn the basic stuff. But it's kind of less bang for your buck if you're doing that. Does that make any sense? But anyway, if I know for sure when I'm going, I'm going to let you guys know. And then it'd be so fun to have as many of you guys that want to come out and ride bikes with me, like, for that whole week. That would be so rad. I'd be hyped. Um, Dennis says, do you think the Sunday forecaster Brett Silva is a good starter bike? Yeah, it's okay. It's fairly decent quality. I feel like it's a 5 or a 6 quality on the Dougster Bob app. But the thing with that bike and with the Sunday bikes, hold on. Okay, so we ended the poll. You guys voted 3 to 6 minutes, which is what I've been keeping it at. And so yeah, so that's probably what I'll keep it at. Anyway, I'm gonna double check the quality score of the forecaster just because I'm curious, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 5 or a 6. And where I'm getting at with that is that, yes, it's a good quality bike for a beginner. It's just, in my opinion, overpriced. Yeah, it's like a 4.8, so it's a 5 quality. The Kink whip is a 7 quality, and it's $500. This bike is a 4.8 quality, and it's $640. So that's, when I say a bike's overpriced, like, that's what I mean. I mean, the quality score and the price just don't like come together like other bikes. And a lot of Sunday's bikes are like that. They look good, they're okay, they're built fine, but they're not like amazing. And I don't want to talk bad about Sunday, but I just want you to know the quality. $640 is a lot of money. I think it's on sale right now, to be honest. But at the retail price, man, that's crazy. That is a crazy price for that level of quality. But I rest my case. Anyway, quality, if price is out of the equation, If you're not worried about price, yeah, it's going to be a fine bike, especially for a beginner. Don't stress about it. Um, but if you're price conscious, if you're shopping for the best value, it's not the best value. Simple, very simple. Yeah, it's 619, which is still pretty low quality, but it's a dope bike. I think it looks cool. It's similar to the Dark Wave colorway. Like, it looks cool, cool bike. Just value wise, it's not it. Jared, I think you might really enjoy a 20.75, just again because the bigger bikes are really hard to maneuver and hard to control. But you just gotta, Jared, you just gotta get out there, man. I want to see you at the pump track every single day. Every day. Dope, dude. You just got your Colt Devotion for 513. That's a really good deal. That puts it very close to the retail price of the whip, and the quality is about the same. So you got a good deal there. You're gonna have to let me know next week or the week after, whenever you finally get the bike. Come back in the live stream and let us know how you like it. Yo, there's 40 people in the live stream. I don't know if I've ever had that many like consistently, but if you guys haven't liked the video, like the video, just because it always tells me if the live stream was any good or not. But 24 North. So this is a fun story for you guys. If you guys even care, I've got two different stories. I'll tell just one right now. So 24 North says, when are you going to take a 20-mile ride on your bike? Hopefully never again. Hopefully I never do it again. In 2019, I was in the UK doing the backyard jam contests. And for my birthday, one of the contests was in Scotland, Dumbarton, Scotland. And God, I can't remember what the park's called. You guys would know. It's the one Chris Kyle always rides. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You guys type it in if you know what I'm talking about. Is it Unit 23? Yeah, Unit 23. Okay, okay. So is it Unit 23? And actually, I'm gonna pull this up on screen because this is good. So anyway, Unit 23 contest was the day after or the day before my birthday. And so I needed to go do this contest. I was staying in Wales. So let me pull it up on the screen just to show you guys. Do you care? I don't know. This is a good story. So pay attention to the story. It's a good story. Okay. So we're here. I think this is on the screen. Can you see that? Hold on. God, goofy ass. Oh, here. Okay, that's okay. So anyway, we see the skate park right here. This is the skate park, and I was staying in Wales, so I was all the way. Oh my, oh my. So I was all the way down here by Swansea, and I bought a bus ticket to go from Swansea up to Glasgow, and then I had to take the train from Glasgow to Dumbarton. And now let me tell you, a 9-hour bus ride. I'm 6'4". My knees were it was terrible. It was not very fun. But we got to Glasgow. It was like 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. Everyone's out drunk, roaming around downtown. I had not bought a hotel or anything. I was just like, I'm just gonna, I'll figure it out when I get there. And the hotel close by was sold out. They were all sold out. And so then I ended up finding one that was way overpriced, and I stayed there. I took the train over to Unit 23 on Saturday morning, did my contest, okay, rode the contest. I stayed at an Airbnb, probably like right over here. Okay, and this is where it gets crazy. I stayed at the Airbnb Saturday night. I go to bed, and I'm looking at what time the trains go because my bus leaves from Glasgow. Oops. My bus leaves from Glasgow at like 7 o'clock in the morning, super early in the morning. And when I'm looking at the trains, because I need to go from Dumbarton to Glasgow, it's about 20 miles, the trains don't start until like 9 or 10 o'clock. So I have no way to get there except ride my bike. And so look at this, from here to here. I had to ride my bike. What if we put it in? but we're gonna put it in for riding direct. I rode on the M8 too, so yeah, it's 20.2 miles. That's hilarious. If we put in cycling, it says it's an hour and 20 minutes. That's really not bad. So anyway, I had to do this from over here. I just woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I got on my bike. I had my computer backpack on my chest, and then I had my bike bag, big old bike bag with my clothes and stuff in it on my back, and then I just started trucking along. I can't sit down and ride because of how the bike bag is, right? If you can't sit down on the bike bag, and so whoa, well, I don't like this view. Anyway, then I ride all the way there, pedaling along on the M8. M8, yeah, it was kind of risky, but anyway, I get to the bus stop at about, I don't know, 9:45 or so. I missed the bus, so I did that 20-mile ride for nothing. The bus left, and I was like, well, this sucks. And so anyway, then I bought a train ticket for £100 to go from Glasgow to Birmingham, and hopefully I could catch the bus and get on the bus and finish it out. Then I lost my train ticket. I had to buy another train ticket. And anyway, it all worked out. But dude, the worst experience ever. 20 miles on the bike with two backpacks. Terrible. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it. But anyway, that's my 20-mile bike ride story. Mario says, hello from Mexico. What's up, man? How is Mexico? How's everything going over there? The 2023 bikes, I think We the People should be out very soon. I think they kind of rushed the announcement because that document got leaked. But anyway, I don't know when those will be out. I'd say a couple more months because the lower end models are starting to get shipped out. So the rest should be out, a few months later. Kink is in the works, but they're not actually out yet. But they're in the works. So I'd say a few months. What is it now? July? Honestly, I'd say August. We should start seeing the We the People and the Kink. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it'd be August. And then later in the year, by Christmas, I'd imagine the other companies will have their 2023s out. Definitely by Christmas. But usually Kink and We the People, well, usually Kink's earliest. Fit has theirs out already. And then everyone else comes out a little bit later. Jimbler says, hey, Doug, I'm window shopping for a new frame. I'm currently riding a 21-inch top tube. I'm 5'11", around 230 pounds, and have a bit of muscle, but I think I want to go with a 20.75. So, Jimbler, at your height, you're almost 6 foot. Really, either way is going to be fine, but you're kind of right in the middle. And so if you go, let's say you go this way towards a 20.75, or you go this way towards a 21. Okay, this is imagine that. Okay, imagine you're right here. This is 20.75. This is 2021. When you go and get a 20.75, that bike's shorter. It's going to be a lot easier to maneuver. It's going to be a lot easier to control. You know this, right? You know that that's how it works. But with that, you're sacrificing stability. The bike will not feel as comfortable at high speeds. It will not feel as comfortable, going really high, going really fast, but you're going to be able to maneuver it. You're going to be able to control it a lot easier. Now, if you go this way and stay with the 21, it's probably where you're at right now. If you're going fast, you're going high, it feels good. It feels stable, but doing tricks on it is a little bit harder. And so that's really all you have to think about. Do you want to do your style to be more responsive and be more technical with that 20.75? Or do you want to have that bigger frame so that you feel really stable on it? Yo, John, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. Rad habits. This is a fun question because it's something I'm thinking about doing. He says, what do you think about having 2 bike setups or even more? I know James Foster does, like, have a street setup and a dirt setup. And I think this is really cool. There's a problem, though. And Have you guys ever bought a new frame or bought, a main part? Have you ever bought a different part and then you wrote it and you're like, oh God, this feels very odd. This feels way off. I'm not used to this. So that's what's going to happen with multiple setups. Like this bike behind me, this is the bike I ride all the time. My new bike, it feels good. I can hop on it. Everything feels comfortable. I'm good. Now, if I switch it, if I build up a second bike to be, say, more park specific with a shorter frame geometry and a gyro and like all these things, that's good. But it's also when I hop on it, it's going to take me a while to get used to it again. And so if you're constantly switching back and forth, I think it's really hard to to feel at unity with the bike, to feel like, feel one with the bike. That's such a hippie term, but that's what we're doing. We're coming together with the bike to like do tricks and to cruise on it. And so when you quickly switch up the geometry of something or the style of the bike, it's going to feel off. So the only way, in my opinion, to do it successfully would be to do the almost the exact same geometry with very subtle changes. And so like say I build a bike very, very similar to this one, but instead I don't have pegs, and maybe I go with lighter cranks where I'm not too concerned about the quality as much. I just go with lighter parts, and I don't change too much so that I can still hop on it and it'll feel a little bit more park specific, but it's not going to be a completely different bike. And maybe I'm the only one who has a problem with that, but I'm sure I'm not. Like, I know you guys, if you hop on your friend's bike, it feels weird, but to them, it feels great. You hop on somebody else's bike, you're like, okay, like this feels cool, but it's just so different. And it takes a while to get used to the geometry. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Wow. Samuel says that he's been with the channel since like 2000 subs. That's crazy, man. Okay, so we're at an hour. I've got to eat and get ready for the bike school live. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. I missed your questions. I know I'm going to miss a lot of questions here. Throw your last minute ones in if you have any. Throw them in at the bottom, and I'll answer those real quick. Sean, thanks for the pizza, man. I love pizza. I'll take a picture of it. You're the best. I really appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Lil Toast says, "Hey, quick question. Me being 5'4", 115 pounds, what size frame should I get? You should probably get a 20.25. I just found a crumb and I ate it. But I'd say 20.25 would be good for you. Where you're only 115 pounds, don't worry too much about the quality. Like a quality score of 2 is going to be fine for you. You don't weigh enough to really put the bike under a lot of stress. And so when I say that a bike sucks because it's low quality, that really doesn't apply to you because you don't weigh very much. The most important thing for you to focus on is going to be the weight of the bike and the size of the top tube. Kiko says, how do I keep myself from losing my bike in the air while I bar spin? Bro, you got to pinch the seat and you got to throw it after you level out. A lot of people throw the bar way too early. So they're coming out of the quarter, they throw it, the bike just goes and launches across. You've got to wait. You've got to pop in the air, wait a second, pinch your knees, and then throw it kind of on the way down. Okay, I'm reading your guys' ideas here about the length of it. David, the length the length of the progression videos and the style. David says he'd have to see it. Beckham says I should try it. Okay, and Aaron says 10-minute film progression vlogs would look proper professional. I agree. I agree. And hmm, yeah, something to mess with for sure. What's up, James? James says, I'm left. You guys, I got to shout out James. James always likes the clips on Instagram. Thanks, James. You're a real one. Anyway, James says, I'm left foot forward, but I spin left. I got people telling me I'm spinning the wrong way. Should I change the way I spin or what foot forward I am or not change? You are spinning the wrong way, technically. And really do whatever you want, man. I think personally, if you learn how to spin left first, learning how to spin right's going to be easier, and you're going to be able to spin switch. You're going to be able to spin normal. Certain tricks are harder, spinning goofy footed like you're doing right now, but certain tricks are also easier. And so some people have a really unique style just because they're goofy footed, and they're going to struggle with certain tricks, but they're going to be able to master other tricks. And so it's a preference thing. It really doesn't matter as much as people say it does. Um, if you're already at the point where you're learning spins to the left, you can switch it up if it's early on, or you can just keep going with it. Like, really, it's not going to matter too much one way or another. Instead, if you learn switch spins, if you're goofy footed and you spin towards your forward foot, instead of learning 360 tail whips, you're probably going to learn 360 down whips. It's just like things like that. 360 whip is going to be very hard for you. 360 down whip is going to be easier. So yeah, you just got to think about that. Lucky, dude, Lucky, thank you for the 10. Man, Sean and Lucky both sent me money. It didn't even pop up this time. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lucky. He says, I hope everyone has something positive happen to them today. I could give money and time to plain ass pro, but I like the education. Oh man. Thank you. Thank you, Lucky. I'm happy to help. Ah, Ray gave me $5 too. You guys are the best. Thank you. Hunter Moody stopped in just to say that he hopes we have a great live chat. What do you guys think? This one's been pretty good, I think. I've had a lot of fun on this live chat. All right. I'm going to scroll all to the bottom. I'm going to skip all of these questions, guys. But put your questions in. If you have any last minute questions, throw them in here. Uwe Main says, how heavy is too heavy for a bike? Back in the day, it used to be like 30 pounds. If your bike weighed 30 pounds, that was a very heavy bike. Now people are getting bikes under 25. So I'd say anywhere between 25 and 30, you've got a heavier bike. If you can get it under 25, like, you're set. Most pros are going to be riding bikes under 25, even with pegs and everything. 26, 25. Complete bikes come around 25 to 27 pounds. Very few are going to make it under that 25 mark without upgrades. But I'd say, yeah, anywhere from 25 to 30 is technically heavy. Samuel says, planning to do part reviews or just complete bikes? Ultimately, Samuel, I'd love to do part reviews, but the thing is, I've thought a lot about this. The bike reviews work without me having the bike, because you can look at the quality, you can look at the specs and apply it to the general recommendations of people. Like, if I rode the Fit Park extra small to do a review on it, my experience with that bike is going to be completely awful compared to someone who's 5'2" and new to the sport. Their experience is going to be way different. So actually riding the bikes literally doesn't make sense. And in terms of doing reviews. Now, parts, though, I feel like to do a good solid part review, you've actually got to have the parts in hand. You've actually got to test it and share your thoughts with it. And so, yes, I want to do part reviews, and I'm working with Dan's to try and get parts to review. But we're not there yet in the channel, I don't think, but eventually, yes, that's the plan. But I've got to have the parts first. I can't just say, oh yeah, these bars are good because like I don't know if they're good. I haven't wrote them. I think most parts are the same for the most part, quality wise, but that's where I'm at with part reviews. Ray, thanks for coming in, guys. All right, thanks for coming in, Ray. I appreciate that. Warren says share the link to bike school later today. Oh, to the live stream. Okay, yeah, I'll share it on the community page when Nick and I go live. You guys can spend an extra hour with me. I don't know what we're going to be chit chatting about, but we're going to be chit chatting. Andre's from Brazil. Andre, welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Okay, cool. Guys, I think that's it. No more last minute questions. I'm going to go eat my oatmeal that is very cold right now. We got cold oatmeal in the kitchen. But hey, this live stream's been really fun. We'll see you guys next Friday. And hey, if any of you guys are in Albuquerque, message me on Instagram. Let's ride bikes. I'd love to hang out with you guys. I'd love to ride bikes. And